Okay, so I know I'm jumping in on this late, but listen, we only on episode 4. I know we on season 9. I've been wanting to record these, just haven't. But guess what? I done found time. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? We are reviewing Married at First Sight. Season 9, episode number 4, Strangers in Paradise. So let me just start off first by saying I look ugly right now, okay? But that's okay, because the next time, you know, like next week, I won't look this ugly. But also, I'm going to come back and give my thoughts on episodes 1 through 3 all in one video, because these 2-hour episodes, child, be so long. I think that's why I haven't recorded them previously, but I can't help it because I am so in love with Keith and Iris. So I was like, there's no way I can get away from doing this. Okay, so because I have never reviewed them, I want to review them couple by couple, but this time we're just gonna go like scene by scene, and we'll work it out as we go along because we got a long way to go. So they are on their honeymoon, day 3 of being married, at the Pineapple Beach Club in Antigua. Listen, I've never been to Antigua, and I'm just here for the free vacation, the free honeymoon, all paid for by Married at First Sight. Like, I don't think that they have any contribution. Do y'all know if they do? Let me know down below in the comments. Well, right off the top, we find out that Matt and Amber have consummated their wedding night, their marriage. We saw that by the pool. I knew something was about to happen. All that kissing and stuff in the pool. Honey, a pool kiss scene is very intimate. It was no way around that. Okay, she been wanting him. We know she been wanting him, and she got him. And later we find out that she was happy with what he provided. Okay, Deanna and Greg. So I'm gonna try not to give too much on what I think about them as a couple or individually until I do 1 through 3. So, but what I do know, she's kind of uncompromising. Like, you can see in her actions that she's been single and only had to think about herself this entire time. Like, I'm not seeing like she's really trying to fit someone else in. It's really about what I want to do. I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting, and I can be wrong, and y'all can tell me that down below in the comments, but that's the vibe she gives me, because number one, she's all like, okay, he's giving me 100 compliments a day, and that's too much. Listen, as y'all be married longer and longer, those compliments will dwindle. You guys are just like dating and getting to know each other, so of course you're getting a flurry of fucking compliments. Girl, eat those up. Eat them up, because your neck got too many rolls and you kind of sweaty looking. I like you though, but I'm gonna just tell you, if he's telling you got beautiful eyes and a beautiful smile, eat him up and compliment him back and say, you know, I love the waves in your hair, or, you know, you have beautiful teeth, or your outfit is nice. Say something, but don't tell no man not to give you no compliments. He's giving you those compliments. Why? Because he's probably most likely nervous, okay? And it's just a mechanism just to kind of break the ice, because you kind of ice queenish. I don't know. Y'all agree with that? However, he was very receptive to her saying, slow down the compliments. He was like, I won't give you none. And she's like, no, just give me some, just not so many. I don't know what to do with them. First off, not knowing what to do with a compliment shows your own insecurities, okay? And y'all can disagree with me if you want to, because anybody who compliments you, you should just be able to say smile and thank you, or give him a kiss. You don't know what to do? He said, hey, you look beautiful. Kissing. You ain't got to say thank you. You could be like, oh, babe. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You can figure it out. Girl, make it work, because you're going to be wishing that. So I don't call Elizabeth or Beth. She's Liz or Lizzie to me all through my notes, so y'all just better get into it. So her, you know, she wanted to fuck. She wanted some goodness, okay, and give up her mercy, okay. She wanted it, but Mother Nature was like, oh, it's time for your menstrual. It's not gonna happen right now. You're gonna need to wait. And it looks like she's not one of those girls that have a 5 to 7 day menstrual cycle, okay. Like me, it would be like, oh, well, we're gonna have to wait till we get back to the States, because this ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to do other stuff. Anyway, I like how open Iris is. Now, let me not tell you what I thought about her. I'm gonna just wait. But I actually love the two of them together. I really, really, really am in love with Keith, my own damn self. Like, he has the patience of Job. He seems to be very understanding. Here I am giving my thoughts on them, and I don't want to. Hold on a minute. But she does ask him, like, you're a handsome man. What's your purpose of being here? Why are you here? You could probably get anybody you want. What's the point? And he was plain and simple. First off, I love how the directors and producers like give us the intense anticipation, like he gonna say something other than, you know, why not try something different? I'm in it for the long haul, which is very reassuring for Miss 27-year-old virgin Iris, okay? Then we see all the couples end up meeting together. They play a little volleyball and they go separate ways, the wives and the husbands, so that they can kind of talk about their experiences, because this is their first time meeting or getting together again since the bachelor and bachelorette parties. And nobody seems really unnerved. Everybody is happy with the choices. Everybody says that they are gelling well, that they have great chemistry, that they have a lot in common. And you know, I'm watching and I'm going, this is great. This is great. Amber's the only one that has had sex thus far. She got hers in with her 6'2" husband, right? Basketball player of a husband. And you know, I like that Iris didn't really judge Amber or Liz, because they are more sexually liberated than she is. We already know that Liz is a free spirit and Amber's hot in the pants, okay? But I'm glad that she decided, you know what, we just have different paths. Because at first I wasn't with Iris. I was like, this is gonna be a problem. She's very articulate. Okay, let me not talk about that. They did talk about how she let Keith know she was a virgin and how he was receptive and that he understood her reasoning and that he would take things slow. And then on the flip side, the fellas were talking and he also brought up the virginity thing and kind of echoed Iris's sentiments. Exactly what she said, exactly what they talked about. But I was shocked to see Greg, who seems very reserved, very quiet, very shy, open up to the guys and say, you know, there is a red flag. Deanna hasn't been in a relationship for 10 years. Her excuse is that she was, you know, getting herself together and getting herself prepared. Really, it was just that she was afraid to be hurt again. And I get, you know, putting your career first, because that's a great thing, but you're also discounting yourself by closing off because of the previous hurt. And to me, that's shown all through her like attitude. So Greg is feeling, you know, apprehensive, like, how is this going to work? Are we going to be good? Is she going to be able to invite me into her life? Is she going to be able to compromise and understand and have patience? Because number one, you've been by yourself. You just meeting me. We two separate people in our 30s that are coming together now. How is this gonna work? I mean, that's the question I have for anybody that is married or have gotten married later in life. Were you able to willingly or openly invite someone into your space? I mean, it was hard for me. I didn't get married until I was 34, okay? God rest his soul. Especially if y'all new here, y'all don't know that I am a widow. But, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. It's something that you have to get used to. So if you're not ready, if you old and you're not ready, stay single, okay? Because it's something inviting somebody in your space. So now this was our first fight. It was Liz and Jamie. You know, after this, you know, the wife talk, husband talk, Liz decides she wants to go up to the room because she's feeling dirty from volleyball. You know, her little prissy self dove in the sand. And so she went upstairs and she took a shower. However, this is where she messed up. She did not communicate that, but she somehow didn't see the disconnect when she got upset with Jamie, saying, well, Jamie, you didn't come look for me. You don't care, but neither did you. You were supposed to take a moment, or at least tell one of the wives, hey, let Jamie know that I'm going to be upstairs. I need to take a shower. I understand. She dove in the sand while she was on her period. Honey, is she hot and sweaty and feeling nasty? And she probably didn't, change a tampon for a while. So I get it, but she was supposed to communicate that, and really, it took her a minute to actually own up to her part in it. He didn't come look for me. And he just felt like, oh, you wanted to do your own thing. I do my own thing. I did a little. Okay. So, I see both of their points, but I do want to say that as a wife in a new relationship, somewhere fresh, trying to get to know somebody, knowing that he would probably be looking for you, or at least not knowing, hey, somebody let him know that I ran up to the shower. I'm going to go run and tell him I'm in the shower. Something so that he knows that you're still thinking of him, and it's not about self, which we found out later that that's what he thought. But I do like that they both ended in a positive note and said that they understand, and listen, I'm not being selfish. I want to include you. I want to be around you. And so, I was just happy to see the communication between the two of them, because anybody who's ever been married knows that the 3 C's are communication, commitment, and compromise in every single marriage. And if you don't have those 3 C's, baby, you could just forget it. It ain't gonna work, okay? It's all about compromising in a relationship, all about communication. Okay, I'm gonna get off that horse. Now, I do want to say that Jamie's reaction with, well, the other wives waited, and I'm not a mind reader, and why should I care, rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I know you didn't. You should care because I'm your wife. You should care because I'm hurt, because I'm expressing this to you. And somehow you guys needed to come to this conclusion like you did, but your communication skills between the two of you don't seem to be going too great. And when we look at the snippets of episode 5, honey, them don't look too good either, okay? I do have a note here that says, Lizzie, take your shoes off in bed. What kind of trifling shit is that? Them shoes been outside in the sand. You in this nice bed. Kick them shoes off. What's wrong? The bottom of your feet look crusty? Girl, that is a no-no. Don't get in my bed with your shoes on. So when we see Iris and Keith, I'm probably going to start calling them my favorite couple for now, till it switches. Her virginity is a big issue. It is the quiet elephant in the room, right? But they are tiptoeing and addressing it, especially for Keith. Shit. Iris been a virgin her whole life. So, it's a big issue for her as it relates to her husband, but this is what she knows. And so trying to get to know somebody, So I want to see really how this fares out. It seems like they're doing fine now, but I just want to know, how long is Keith really going to wait? How long is, he's taking his time, but how long is he really going to be patient? How much time is he going to give her? 6 weeks? The 8 weeks? They ain't going to have sex for the whole 8 weeks. It's not going to be until after they pass the 8 weeks that they're going to get married. They're going to have intercourse. I'm just curious. I'm curious because they're about to spend a lot of time with each other. So that kind of speeds up the get to know you process. Would you agree with me? So they talk about pet peeves, and Iris mentions that he's on his phone too long, the period of times, the block is too long, where it's maybe say an hour, and hers is 15 minutes sporadic through the day, still equating to an hour, but his one sit down time, an hour, is too long, and it makes her uncomfortable. Also, he says that he's not a morning person. So when she wakes up in the morning, she's all, and he's all like, oh my God, girl, I need another hour. Why is we going on and on and on and on? Hush. Let me sleep. I can relate to that, especially on the weekend. I was glad to see Greg open up his mouth. I was afraid that he was not going to be able to articulate, communicate, disseminate, use the right 8 word, his concerns to his new wife, which was that she had not been in a relationship for 10 years, and it causes some issues. Like, are you going to be able to invite someone into your life? Are you going to be able to compromise? Are you going to be able, to have patience? Like, I was really glad to see him discuss it, because listen, you already coming into something blind. Look, we coming in as two different individuals, and you ain't had no relationship in 10 years. The devil is a lie. This seems like it's going to be hard, but it looks like he has the patience of Job and the understanding of Jesus himself. So they might just be all right. We know that Deanna has some trust issues. She was really hurt. I mean, how many of us have never had our heart broken? It's just that some of us heal a little quicker. Some of us forgive and move on. Some of us are not afraid to love again. And some of us just build wall after wall after wall after wall. As a matter of fact, 10 years of wall building, okay? She seemed like she on Trump's administration, all these walls she's building. Y'all knock them down. They don't need no walls. Just go ahead. Don't be afraid to love. So we married for 4 days now, and I like that Amber and Matt go out and work out on the beach. It's a beautiful scenery. They want to stay fit and healthy. Some people be like, I don't want to work out with my partner. Like one of my boos at the gym, he was like, if I ever get married, I don't want her to want to come to the gym with me. She can go to the gym, but I don't want her to come with me, because that's my time to get my head together. Versus me, I'm going to want my spouse to be with me. I'm going to want him to do those stupid ass couple workouts with me, and let's video them and show them to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I know you do. So Keith planned Iris an excursion to swim with the stingrays. It was beautiful. And whoever said that black people don't swim lied. They are from the East Coast, coastal cities. So my friend, he said everybody on a coastal city know how to swim. I was like, okay. Because, that's a fib that black people can't swim. Particularly black women don't like to get their hair wet. Honey, she in her natural hair swimming with the stingrays. I'm all like, show them what it looked like, girl. Amber and Matt go on a tour to the Devil's Bridge, and what I did like was that they showed her wedding gift to him. Now, if anybody has ever been married, you know that you normally give your spouse a wedding gift. I mean, at least I did. Did you? I know my husband sent me some roses on my wedding day. That was my gift. I mean, did you? I mean, I think I bought him a bottle of his favorite liquor. No, I got him some champagne, some Moet, for him to pop bottles, right, with the homies. So, I mean, I was glad to see that, because that is realistic. We saw Deanna and Greg go zip lining, and Greg is me, I am him, because in Vegas on Fremont Street for my cousin's 40th birthday, we went on the Superman, and when I tell you I hyperventilated and I almost backed out and they was making fun of me, I'm Greg. But I'm so glad that he was like, you know what, I asked for someone adventurous, someone to push me out my comfort zone. This is her, and I'm gonna man up, and I'm gonna do these 12 zip lines, and I'm gonna handle them and be all right with him. He did good. He did good, y'all, because I think probably after 2 or 3, I probably would have been like, that's enough. I won't go back now. I'm low-key scared of heights. We see Iris and Keith at dinner, and we see that she is a very elegant, very classy lady. Not everybody knows what each fork is for, and he was very receptive and actually very... what's the word? Very, I kind of feel like he might have been turned on. That ain't the word I was looking for. Impressed, there we go, at the fact that she knew what the settings meant. And then on top of that, I feel like your spouse should compliment you. You should be able to learn something from your spouse as you guys grow together. And you should be open to learning new things and experiencing new things and hearing somebody out, even if you don't understand. So I really think they're off to a great start. And like I told you before, they are so far my favorite couple. Amber said some dumbass shit like, I didn't know having a husband would be this easy. You only been married for 4 days, honey. Marriage is spelled W-O-R-K. Your little 15 minutes of funk, that ain't it, okay? 5 minutes of funk is what the song is, okay? No. You got some ways to go. Don't get too excited yet. I am hopeful that it's easy and nothing but smooth sailing for now. But listen, understand that it takes work. And it can be easy as long as you both are willing to work at it. And those 3 C's, commitment, compromise, and communication, I think you'll be able to get through anything. We see Deanna starting to loosen up a little bit, allowing Greg to give her a little massage. Like, she is really like the Ice Queen. Smitten is not in, I know that was last episode, but smitten is not in Deanna's vocabulary. And I'm a romantic, just not a hopeless romantic. Girl, listen, enjoy the moment. Say that. But it seemed like every time he says something, or every time he tries to do something, you know, try to impress her with something, she's like, pop, I'm gonna burst your bubble. Pop, I don't do that. Pop, that ain't the way it go. Pop my ass, you ain't gonna have no husband when the 8 weeks come up. Finish. Come on, girl. Let's get it together. You in this to win it, so loosen up. Let some of them walls down. At least 3 out of 10. Shit. Liz and Jamie have dinner in the cabana. Super romantic. I do like that they are setting expectations about, you know, house duties and how things are going to run at home. You know, we could take turns, you know, cooking dinner because we both like to cook, or we could do it together. And I'm going to do the bathroom in the kitchen because I like it a certain way. Like, I like that, so that people don't have unrealistic expectations, that they are setting their expectations now of the things that they want. And that is going to help them transition together and work smoothly together, because they're setting realistic expectations. Nobody is going to assume that she doing all the cooking or he doing all the cleaning and he going to work and she staying home. Nobody. I like that. Like, that is the best thing that they've done that I've liked. Okay. And then I also like that she was like, no, there's no keeping score in a marriage. There's no keeping score in a relationship, in a loving, healthy relationship. I'm doing things for you because I love you. Now, if you're a user and I find out, my nigga, you out of here. But there's no keeping score, especially in a marriage. And I so like that about the fiery redhead. Come on, y'all. And then when she asked him yay or nay about kids, and he was like, he doesn't want kids, I thought she was going to be like, I wanted kids. But she was like, yeah, I'm leaning towards nay too. Evidently, they both lied. It was like, someday. But neither one of them wanted children. But just think, if one of them had said someday and one of them had said nay, then they wouldn't have never met. So at least we know that they both lie the same, right? They gonna lie till the wheels fall off together. It's the same lie. We're gonna stick with it all the way to the end. One of the last things that we saw was the conversation between Keith and Iris in that hammock. I really think that they are cute. I really think that they are adorable together. Like, if they could get past what issues that are coming, because baby, there are some issues coming, they will make it. Like, I really feel like he's patient. I really feel like she gives him an extra like bubble. But I saw some like, you know, like they compliment one another. So I really hope, I'm like really hopeful for them, like praying. I know it's already over, and we gonna see later, but my hope is that they sticking it out. Anyway, he says, you know what, sex is a big deal and I have questions, and now that she's feeling more comfortable, I need to ask these questions. And so he asked her, you know, what are her thoughts, or her on sex? Like, what does she see? How does she see sex, right? And so she starts talking about sexual intercourse. And everything that she defines is sexual intercourse. And I'm catching it right off the top, just like he did. Sexual intercourse, penetration. That is what she's speaking of, that she has not done, that's where she is a virgin. And she goes ahead and said there are other, I just don't say sex because there are other things you can do for sex. Oral sex, masturbation, playing, you know, it's a whole lot of stuff. Y'all grown. I hope we all grown. Anybody watching this is probably grown. So he was pleasantly surprised, he was pleasantly surprised, you know, internally happy. He did have a little smirk, like, oh good, well we could, you know, we could play around and do some little fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he is still very reassuring that her being a virgin and them waiting is not a big deal. The last thing we see is Matt and Liz in a bubble bath, and I was like, she's lucky, because I know when you get in the bath, your period stop, but if it's been 4 days, you got a short period like that, I'm all for you, because I like, no, I don't run red lights. I don't run stop signs. I know it stops when you're in water and when you have actual penetration, intercourse, but I'm just not forward for it. So that concludes my review of Married at First Sight, Season 9, Episode 4, Strangers in Paradise. Listen, tell me, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Deanna and Greg are going to move past her wall, her block? We see in an upcoming episode that she takes issue that he was previously engaged. Like, everybody ain't a shrewd, everybody ain't cold as ice as you are. What about Matt and Amber? Like, I don't really have a good read on their relationship yet. I see she's excited. He is enjoying it, but does not have as much enthusiasm as she does, right? Then you've got Jamie and Lizzie. Now, my biggest thing with Jamie and Lizzie is her dad. And because I didn't review 1, 2, and 3, y'all don't know how I feel about that, but we gonna get to it. Tell me down below what you think about their relationship in all. And then how about Keith and Iris, my favorite couple? Do you think they're gonna make it? I sure hope so. I sure hope that his experience and her inexperience does not get in the way of a blossoming relationship, a budding marriage. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review of Married at First Sight, Season 9, Episode 4, Strangers in Paradise. Listen, if it's your first time visiting my channel, click the red subscribe button. You can become a ray of sunshine today. You should also be clicking the notification bell because you don't want to miss another one of these Married at First Sight reviews, honey. You know you here for them, right? Lastly, because you like me and I know it's real, give me a thumbs up. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next video.